MMA Boxing Talk here, coming at you with another video. This is my prediction video for Johny Big Rig Hendricks taking on Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. It's this weekend, this Saturday, on free TV. It's on Fox. Super Bowl weekend, so it's kind of cool. Check it out if you're not doing anything on Saturday. This is the prediction video for that. This is going to be a tough one to do. You got two totally different fighters. You got, Johny Big Rig Hendricks. He's your high level wrestler, a phenomenal wrestler. Now, Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, on the other hand, you got an elite kickboxing champion. That's what he was doing before the UFC. He turned to MMA when he was 26 years old. He's now 32. So he's been doing it for 6 years. Been doing MMA. And he was a kickboxing champion before. 5-time kickboxing champion. Now, Johny Hendricks, like I said, an amazing wrestler. Division I, All-American. Now, for those of you who don't know, All-American in wrestling means that he was, at the least, he was in the top 8 in his weight class in one particular year. Okay, so that's very impressive because a lot of colleges, a lot of wrestlers out there, So he was top 8 in his division 1 year. Very impressive. The guy he has tons of power. He's a short, compact fighter. Just a tough guy. Now, I want to talk a little bit about Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. He's 11-1 in MMA. Only loss coming to Matt Brown back in 2012. 6 foot tall, 75-inch reach. Johny Hendricks, 5'9", 69-inch reach. So, Hendricks has given up 6 inches of reach, and Wonderboy is quite a bit taller than Hendricks as well. So that'll be that's an interesting thing. Definitely Hendricks is a much shorter guy, even though I do think he is a stronger guy. Now I do want to point out Hendricks. He's gone 5 rounds before. He's done it 3 times against GSP and twice against Robbie Lawler. Wonderboy Thompson has never gone 5 rounds. So I just want to say that. Now, Johny Hendricks seems to be in the, he's been dieting very, very well for this fight. He's taking it very seriously. He's at 176 or 175. That was yesterday. Looked pretty shredded. With his dieting, I hope he, when you're cutting calories, a lot of times you can lose a lot of muscle as well as fat. So I think if he loses too much muscle, that's not always the best. He won't have his optimal strength, and in the wrestling department, that's a big deal. But like I said, I'm not sure. Maybe the weight cut has gone perfectly fine. He's cut a lot of fat out instead of muscle. We'll see. Johny Hendricks also been doing strongman training for this fight, maybe to counterbalance his new diet, the fact that he doesn't have as much muscle mass anymore. So he's doing the strongman exercises. He's got a trainer for that. Now, Wonderboy Thompson, an elite striker, one of the best strikers ever to step foot in the octagon. He's very, very elusive, and he's very slick. Now, he's got some of the best kicks in MMA. I mean, he's just one of the best strikers. He's just really, really good. Like I said, this guy, all he did was a kickboxer till he was 26 years old. Undefeated kickboxer, okay? 5-time world champion kickboxer, 57-0 with his amateur and his pro record. So this guy had never lost at kickboxing. So very, very decorated striker, an elite striker, one of the best ever in the UFC. Just hasn't stepped up and fought that level of competition, but now he is with Johny Hendricks. So that'll be really interesting. Now, I just want to quickly talk about what each fighter needs to do to win. I'll start off with Hendricks. I think Hendricks needs he needs to mix things up in this fight. He doesn't want to stand and trade with Wonderboy Thompson the whole fight. I don't think that would be smart for Hendricks. He's got to mix things up. He's got to use his wrestling, get those takedowns, try to hold him down. I don't know how that's gonna work. Now. He also needs to smother Thompson. He doesn't want to fight Thompson at range because Thompson's such a great striker. Like I was saying, a kickboxer. This guy, very, very dangerous on the feet. Hendricks has to close the gap and smother him. You know what I mean? Take him down. Fight in the pocket more. I don't think because kickboxers, they just don't know how to fight in the pocket. And I've heard interviews of certain people that trained with Wonderboy, and they say he doesn't train in the pocket. That's not what kickboxers do. They want to fight at range. So Hendricks, he's got to close the gap. Now, we'll talk about what Wonderboy Thompson needs to do. He needs to keep his distance in this fight. Like I said, he's got to use his range and keep his distance. Keep Johny Hendricks. He doesn't want to get into the pocket, but he doesn't want Hendricks, attacking him and smothering him. He wants to keep him at bay. That's what he needs to do with his, side kicks, his front side kicks, and all of his kicks. He's got a bunch, but especially his, front side kick to the leg, to the knee. That's what he has to do. That'll slow down Hendricks. It'll hurt him. Leg kicks always hurt as the 5-round fight goes on. Now, he needs to. Like I said, he needs to stay on his feet because that's where he excels. And but he has to watch out for Johny Hendricks' left hand. He's got a lot of power in that left hand. He can put you to sleep if he connects with your face. So it's going to be a really, really interesting fight. I have to make a prediction. I don't have to, but I'm going to, which is really, really tough for me in this fight, to be quite honest. Yeah, it's a tough one to predict because you got what's gonna happen. You're gonna get the striker. Is he gonna be able to defend against the wrestler? That's the question. But Hendricks, he's the better wrestler. He's the more experienced guy. Although Wonderboy, he's a much more skilled striker, and he can fight moving backwards. And he's great at range, great kicks. He's got what it takes to. Hendricks hasn't faced an elite striker like Wonderboy. He faced Carlos Condit, but Wonderboy's he's a kickboxer. He's a pure kickboxer. So it's a different look. It's a different thing. You can't compare it to Condit. It's very different. Hendricks, he's got the more experience. He's gone 3 5-round fights, like I said before. So, I'm leaning towards Johny Hendricks in this fight, mainly because, he's had better opposition, and, he's got the experience, and he's fought taller guys than he is in the past. Hendricks, Campman, I don't know any other guys off the top of my head, but even Robbie Lawler's, I think he's got 2 inches on him, on height. But anyway, I just think that Hendricks, if I have to pick, I gotta pick Hendricks. I think it's a safe pick. It's a more safe pick for sure. But Wonderboy Thompson, we don't know how he's gonna react with fighting a guy, an elite fighter like Johny Hendricks. He's never faced a guy as elite as Johny Hendricks. He just hasn't. Nobody on his resume. This guy had the belt. Had the vacant belt for a period of time. Now, it wouldn't surprise me at all if Wonderboy ended up winning this fight, because my gut feeling, I do want to pick Wonderboy to win this, believe it or not, but the safe pick's Hendricks, so that's what I'm going to go with. But Wonderboy, if he wins, won't be surprised at all. I'll be happy for him. I'll be pissed at myself, for going against Wonderboy in this fight and picking Hendricks, but that's what I got to do. But we're all tuning in on Saturday, to get that question answered. And that question is, basically what it boils down to: will Hendricks, will his wrestling be too strong for Stephen Wonderboy Thompson? If Stephen Wonderboy Thompson can stuff his takedowns and keep him at range, keep Hendricks at bay, using those front side kicks, and wearing him down, bring him to the later rounds. He has to keep it on the feet, but if Hendricks can continuously take him down, I think he's gonna win it. But that's it for this one. I just wanted to put out a quick video. That's this Saturday, February 6th. Check that out, free TV on Fox. That's it for this one. If you like the video, subscribe. If you want to add anything, or if you think, if you really think Wonderboy is going to win, or if you want to, go against what I'm saying, don't be shy. Comment in the section below. That's it for this one. Peace.